So the boss lady wants our chicken coop yard, which is kind of janky looking. It's not exactly square. I got this post wrapped around a tree, and the roof is kind of janky. So the plan is to build a new chicken coop yard over here where this ladder is. So I'm gonna try to make it about the same size and then actually pick that coop up and move it with a tractor. So the plan is to go from janky to swanky. So first up, we gotta go get some materials. I've got everything all planned out in here, so we'll see how it works. Stay tuned. Of course, a project isn't complete without a trip to Home Depot. There she is. All the materials needed. Siding, all the yumber, as they say, from the Home Depot trip. This is the site where everything's gonna go down. I got my table moved over, so I need to get my chop saw out so I can start cutting and start getting to work. Good morning. It is day 3 of the build, Sunday morning. I didn't do any documentation yesterday because I was busy getting after it. So a little update of what I've done. I have got a couple of trusses up that this of course isn't without Matthew's help. So a couple of trusses are up. I've re-shored up all of the panels. I originally had a dado along the top part of the 2x4 and then the metal paneling up into it. That just wasn't working, so I decided to, I ripped down some 2x3s to put like framing around it. So all of that is all shored up. That's all done. Got the gate hole cut. I've got a couple of corner braces to kind of help shore up these posts so it's not quite as wobbly, and then got the gate frame built. So the panels, honestly, that took the most time, and then it started to rain. I guess we're getting really dark and cold and windy and nasty about 3:30, so I started cleaning everything up. I covered up all my saws and everything. Of course, didn't get a drop of rain. So then I had to go to Home Depot, of course, last night for my third trip. Got some more supplies so I can get a couple more trusses going. And then this gate over here, I got all the hardware for it. It's all put together. I'm actually gonna put it together, and then I'm gonna put a couple of pieces, cross pieces in here, and make this a Dutch door, so that the bottom part of the gate and the top part of the gate will lock open. So if we need to get in there and get equipment or whatever into it, we can do that. But if we want to just throw feed in, like we typically do, all our kitchen scraps and stuff, we just open up the top part and do that. So that's on the docket for today. A couple more trusses. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 more trusses, and then put some cross pieces between the trusses as well to keep them a little bit more stable. And if I get a chance today, I'll start putting the poultry wire, also known as stucco wire. Hot tip: if you're building a chicken coop or any kind of chicken yard, instead of buying chicken wire, buy poultry stucco wire. It's the same thing as 1-inch chicken wire. This happens to be a 150-foot roll, and I want to say it was like 80 bucks versus 40 bucks for 50 feet at at Home Depot for chicken wire. So stucco wire is the way to go. So that's kind of the update for today. And so far, will I get it done today? I don't know. Am I worried about it? Not at all. So it's I'm kind of putting together in my mind how I'm going to move that coop over here and those chickens over here. So I do have access to a tractor, so I don't know if I'm going to try to drag it over or if I'm going to try to lift it. It's a pretty heavy coop, so it's 3/4 inch plywood all the way around, top, bottom. It's got the framing. It's also got the metal roofing all around it, so it's pretty heavy. So I mean, the tractor will lift it, but will it stay together when I do that? And then I also need to trench for the electrical from over there to over here, so the automatic door is still functional. So that's kind of the updates for today. That's where I am, and let's get busy. Okay, so kind of the end of day 3. It's Sunday afternoon, almost 1 o'clock, and got quite a bit done. You can see the trusses are up. See some of the chicken wire is up around. Not quite, that one's not all the way done yet. Got the gate done. Gate kind of turned out good. I don't know if you can hear that behind me and above me. That's thunder and lightning, so we decided that working with power tools in a thunderstorm, probably not the best idea. So this is over. If this will pass over, I'll get back out here and put some stuff in between the trusses up there and keep going with the chicken wire, stucco wire. So stay tuned. Okay, so luckily the rain did pass over us and it's not raining anymore. It's a little wet, chilly. Got the hoodie on. But here's what I got done afterwards. I got the cross pieces on the truss up. I've even got chicken wire. It's hard to tell, but the chicken wire is all the way around. I have to kind of shore it up, but I've got it on loosely so that I can kind of fix it up, make it all purty later this week. And then I can start, so you can see where it's kind of, it's not even up on the top here, so it's kind of loose and not 100% solid. Like here, you can really see it in the corner. But all the truss pieces are up, cross truss pieces, if you will. So I need to get the chicken wire done, or the stucco wire finished, get some sort of roof on here, whether I use field fencing or some 4x4 welded wire, I don't know. Get something up there, close off the ends, probably with more of the stucco wire. Just go up there and down. It's probably just past 3 feet, and Stock wire is 3 feet, so it's probably going to be just too short. But that's right. Making some progress today. So I don't know how much more I'm going to get done during the week, just because with working and everything. But here's progress. We got a gate. I've got to figure a way to make the gate a little bit more solid. It is a Dutch door type of a gate. So when we wanted to yeet in the table scraps, we can open the top, yeet it in, and close it. But I do have a latch, another latch for the top up here to secure it to this post, so it'll keep the door closed. So that's kind of what's going on so far. Thanks for tuning in. Update time. It is Thursday. So last time I really worked on the coop yard was on, really put any work into it, was on Sunday, and I started putting the roofing panels on, or the field fencing that I'm using for roofing panels on there. So did a little bit, I think yesterday afternoon, and today finished the roofing stuff. Now it's not pretty, but it's a chicken coop, for crying out loud, so it doesn't have to be pretty. So I wanted to share my evil plan with you and how I'm going to get the girls and guy from that coop yard to this coop yard. So what I did is I borrowed my neighbor's chicken tractor, which is kind of a portable chicken coop, if you will, and I threw some mealworms in there, and they went crazy. They were all in here a second ago, and I went and got the camera, and they're kind of in the entrance. So what I'm gonna do is put mealworms in there, and maybe some scratch, get them all in there, have somebody in the coop and can help flush them into there, shut the door. I put some wheels on the back, and then I can wheel it right on over there, go borrow the tractor forklift thingy, and then move that coop over. What I did find out is I wasn't sure where I had the electrical going, so I started digging, and look at this. Found the electrical. So the junction's right here. So I can unhook it, pull the wires out, or even unhook it inside there, lift it up, take it over there, retrench, and rehook up the electrical door. So things are kind of going to plan. I wasn't sure if the chicken tractor would work, but it seems to be working really well. I opened up the doors and they were kind of curious about it, and then I threw some mealworms in there, and you can see they're still looking for more of them. So I think I'll put the rest of the mealworms in there, and then I'll have maybe Matthew or somebody inside this yard to help flush the stragglers that way with a piece of plywood or something to kind of help encourage them to go that way. So that's kind of the plan so far. Maybe I can get this all taken care of by Saturday, at least get the coop over there and the chickens in there by Saturday. Probably don't need the door to be 100% functional, because not much is going to get inside that new yard. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. Good morning. It is moving day. Today is the day we're going to take this coop from this yard area and move it over to the new yard area that I've been building. The fun part this morning, so we got all the electrical is disconnected from the coop, wires removed. The fun part was getting the chickens into the temporary moving tractor. I was thinking of doing this at night, but moving the coop, if the coop were to break or something at night, I didn't want to kill any chickens in the process, so did it during the day. I'd been conditioning them to go into the tractor. I've been putting some chicken scratch in there, which is basically cracked up corn, which they love. It's like chicken crack. So they're in the little tractor. I've got the other tractor with the forks on it. Thankfully they were already there as forks, so I didn't have to do anything funky. So the plan is take these forks, widen them as wide as they'll go, stick underneath the edge of the tractor, lift it up, and take it over there. So let's see how that goes. All right, they're chilling. Chilling in the shade. We got the trench dug. It's hard to see in the shadows, but it's a trench dug all the way over to the T where the shed's getting its power. So we need to bring go get some conduit and some wire, bring it back, hook it into here, and then we'll have the door on auto timer. In the meantime, we'll just lower it and raise it manually in the morning and the evenings. So there we go. Coop is moved. Everything is cool. Because I cinched up the top rail to the coop, it kind of brought the rail of the gate in a little bit, so it's not quite sitting flush, which I guess it's not a real big deal, but so it's locked up here and locked down there, so it's kind of leaning in a little bit, but it's better than not closing. So they seem to be happy. They're just chilling out, digging. So we are pretty much all done with the coop move. It is looking good, sitting over here. Got the electrical out to it. And one of the cool things was the conduit that I used as kind of the arches to hold the coop yard up and keep the field fencing and stuff from falling down was conduit. And you can see here in my little trench that I haven't covered up is that exact conduit. So we decided to reuse that. It was good size. It was still viable to use. The only crazy thing is it was a little bent, as you can kind of see here, because it was sitting here in the sun for so long in that curvature, it stayed curved like that. So I had to get a little creative with keeping it straight, or straight-ish. You can see it's not perfectly straight down here, but everything is working great. One interesting issue that did pop up is the automatic door that I have in the coop out here. Either the timer or the relay for the motor gave up. So I've got a couple of those on order, and I'll post a little video on what that looks like later. But there's basically, and I need to rebuild the door too. So right now I'm currently using a bin lid for the door. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a white plastic bin lid with a little piece of Trex decking on there to give a little bit of girth so it goes up and down better. But I've got a linear motor in there and a power supply and a timer and a little relay that reverses the motor when it's at the right time. So I'm not sure if it's the motor or the relay itself that has given up. So I ordered them both. So as soon as they get here, I'll swap those out, which is supposed to be Wednesday. And we'll be able to not have to come out every day twice to open and close the door. So everybody's still chilling out. I did put a camera up there, and so you see it in the back, far back arch back there. There's a little camera, so if we wanted to, we can dial in, check on the girls and guy, and see how everybody is doing. So that's kind of the update so far. In summary, I guess you could say that everything went well. Moving this big old guy with the tractor with the forks on it went a lot easier than I ever expected it to. And the trenching wasn't too bad. There was a couple spots out there where it was tough to dig through, but it's a lot easier than digging from the corner of the house where we've driven the car over for years. So now the plan is to get rid of all of that back there behind me. I've started breaking that down and cutting up the old chicken wire that can't really be used anymore. And so yeah, that's kind of the update. So there were many trips to Home Depot for supplies. I thought I was going to have to go on the last day for conduit and wire. Turns out I only needed wire, which was great. But of course, with any project, you forget something or think you have something at home and you don't have it. So it was funny. My neighbor was saying that there's legend of these old guys that could do a whole project with only one trip to Home Depot. So I guess I'm pretty proud to say I'm not an old guy. So maybe someday I'll get there. But that is the coop expansion and redo. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. It gives me validation that what I'm doing, people are watching. And of course, as the kids say, smash that bell so you get notified when I post more silly videos. Thanks for watching.